Hey folks, Matt from Art of the Image. I have another reader question. A reader writes in, and this is actually quite a thought-provoking question, something I'd actually thought of and kind of didn't dwell on it for too long, but it's a very good question that I think we need to be concerned with. Contesta 2010 is the YouTube handle of my writer. He writes in, I am worried about nuclear contamination of Canon Nikon products. If I buy the 600D or the D7000, might these cameras have radioactive particles? Please, this is not a joke. And you know what? You're right. I don't take this as a joke. It's a very good question. For stuff coming out of Japan, are we possibly going to be faced with stuff that has, some radioactive contamination? Without having a Geiger counter or something, how are you even to know other than taking their assurances? Now, a couple of things here. The D7000, I believe, is made in one of their offshore plants, so I don't believe it's made in Japan. So you're probably safe with the D7000. And if you can find a store with stock that predates the Japanese earthquake and the tsunami, then you're fine. Again, with the 60D, I'm not sure where the production facilities are, but you might want to check into that. Maybe one of our viewers can help us out, post that if you know where the 600D is made. But again, if it's not made in Japan, if it's offshore, then you don't really probably have an issue. I just read today, though, that I forget which state, but groundwater or water in the States, in a certain state, I have to check which one that was showing some signs of radioactive contamination from fallout. So they're seeing it in the States already. I don't know, I haven't seen that here in Canada, but that's interesting. I mean, we thought here in North America we probably weren't going to see any of that, but we already are starting to see a little bit of it here. So really good question from our viewer here. What about the parts and the equipment coming out of Japan? Is it possible some of this can be contaminated? I honestly don't know. It's a good possibility. It might be. How can we protect ourselves? Good question. So I will look into that some more. If I get any more information on it, I'll let you know. If any of the viewers there, if any YouTubers out there have any advice or comments, feel free to post them below. It's a good question and something that I'm sure it's not just myself and Contesta here who have thought of this. So anyways, stay tuned. We'll be back soon. Feel free to write in your questions. If I have anything to help you out with in the questions, I'll try to get to them. And we'll be back with some new video posts, some new articles, and we'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography. Thanks a lot, folks.